Welcome to FOH this week. Partagas Linea Maestra, and we're doing the Maestro. 3 cigars in the lineup. Maestro is 56 gauge by it's a Robusto. It's a 132 by 5 and bits. I've had several of these, Ken, and I would love you to try one today. First thing you'll notice, blue band on a Partagas. Ken, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
I can just hear you. Yes, you're back in.
Okay.
Excellent. What do you think about a blue band on a Partagas?
Sacrilegious. Seriously. I presume the entire marketing department was sacked on the spot, but they already had them in place and couldn't afford to change them. Seriously, blue. I mean, it makes it look like a non-Cuban. That's what the first time I saw this, I thought, oh, this is a non-Cuban. But of course I was wrong.
Two things I love. Two things I love. Band, not so much. I love the drop head. The cabeza tumbada drop head. And I love, from a retailer perspective, I love a band on a foot. I know a lot of you guys don't like a band on a foot, but from a retailer,
might charge an extra $5.
No, it just protects it in shipping. It just protects it in shipping. That foot cracking, it just does a remarkable job. I almost believe that all cigars should have bands on their feet. But
so we're back to the Chinese bandaging feet to make the people.
No, we're not. Can we not just completely kick it? We've already lost the Kiwis. We've lost this as a marketplace. The Chinese are the last thing I need you to lose. Really?
I'm a big fan of. No, I assure you, I'm a huge fan of all things Chinese. I am.
That's fine. Wrap up. What do you think of the wrap up? It's a very Colorado Claro wrapper on mine.
Yes.
Which I like.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. I love that light wrapper. No?
Look, this colour always reminds me of dog vomit. I'm sorry, that's what it does. But I'm hoping it's a great cigar.
I can't wait for this to. So.
No, that doesn't. That will not.
Never have 2 words been spoken in a Cuban cigar review as dog vomit.
No, it just does. It maybe I had a weird dog, but that was. I'm looking forward to this cigar. I'm very excited. Of course, we were going to have a Cohibo Esplendido until Washington beat the Bucks. Now we're having a little stumpy thing. But hey, I just serve it.
Little stumpy thing costs a freaking fortune. So shut up and suck it up, right? You didn't pay for it, so shut up and suck it up.
I pay for it in so many ways.
Little stumpy thing. Interestingly, this Linea Maestra is a sub-premium brand of Partagas. They released it in 2023. It is single origin, technically. Not single farm, but single district, San Luis. So, and I understand this cigar has 2 leaves of Ligero in it, so you expect it to be a little bit stronger. I haven't always experienced that, but I'd like you to smoke this today. But
if I just say one thing that in its favour, I love this concept of single district and maybe down the track single farm, that sort of stuff. I think that is the future for a lot of Cuban cigars. For me,
so do I. If they weren't £75 each in London, right?
So, but they're the second level. You said sub-premium.
Well, they're pretty much, except for their specialty series, yes. It's in London they're £75 a stick. I think on our forum they're $60 US, $70 US a stick, $80 US a stick.
What's a
Not sure.
D4?
D4 is 25 US dollars a stick, in effect. So, and this is something I want you to keep in mind. How much better is this than a D4? Because effectively, take off that cabeza tumbada, it's a Robusto cigar. No, it's not really. Part of D4 is a 50. This is a 56. But we're getting in that realm, yeah? So this is something we want to discuss today.
It would be
is it worth
Robusto now 56.
No. When was a Robusto at 56?
I thought everything was 56 these days. I thought every single brand had to have a 56.
Sake. Why do I bring him on the program? I have no idea. We'll be back with you shortly after we light this thing up. Opening first third. It's not quite the first third, but it's not a large cigar. But it's really important to get the opening of a cigar. Because the opening cigar sets
third of a millimeter.
It sets the template of the cigar.
But they can see it. Before we go on from that, yes, but quite often you'll get some sort of weird character or something that's a little off-putting or something that then disappears. It's just you've got to get sort of almost through that. But I know what you mean. But if you go, I'm talking about the first, basically as much as I've smoked. Whereas by the time you do the first third, then
Ken's been talking about the Redskins, so he hasn't been. He really hasn't been smoking a great deal.
Chaz, I was getting doing the travelling humidor bag, and I looked, and down the bottom of it, I found a Monty A. It's an omen. Consider it an omen. Means that I don't need one from the Vikings, and they'll never win a game in our lifetime.
But can I tell you, if the long shot, but the Commanders have the glory season, they win the Super Bowl, will you send that to Chaz? I think that'd be the right thing to do.
Well, first of all, I reckon I'm very safe. They aren't going to win the Super Bowl. There is no way on God's earth that they are going to win.
But let's assume they do. The right thing to do would be to send that to Chaz, because he's going to send one of his to you. I think that would be the right thing to do.
I'm never going to.
Well, when they win, he'll send one to you.
That's what I said. I'm never going to get one back.
I'm so sorry for the bikes. All the bike supporters yesterday, Chaz and Mike and Peter and Guano and Dr. Guano and all the guys there. I was so sorry to watch that yesterday. That was bad. It was bad enough for me as a Bucks fan to see the Bucks lose to the Comanches at Raymond James. But it was a great game. And from here on in, I'm on the Comanches bandwagon as far as I can go. I hope they win against Detroit this weekend. And keep going from there. Let the fairy tale continue. Let the fairy tale continue. Etc. That.
There you go.
Let's get back to the cigar. Perfectly balanced. Beautifully balanced. No rough edges.
I mean, I really haven't got far into it at all, but and so far it's been. Well, look, to be honest, I haven't really got into it enough to be able to say anything definitive.
I love the aroma. I love the aroma of the cigar. I think it's a superb aroma. And maybe I'm trying to look at the upsides because of the price point. But if this had a red band, it was a D4.
I think, what the hell have they done to D4?
Really? Is that what you think? It's got
Look, I mean, I'm not into. To be fair, I've only just. I'm not into it far enough to be able to make useful comments.
Don't make a call then. Don't make a call. I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
At this point in time.
Well, I
love the aroma.
Not either way.
It's medium body. Just starting to grow above medium body. There hasn't been a wow factor at this point. That's a point to keep in mind. Back to you at the end of the, I don't know, second, third. We'll work it out from there. Cheers. Second, third, Ken.
I just looked up Robusto's 56, Cohiba Bahiki 56.
Don't tell me it's Robusto. Don't tell me it's Robusto.
I'm
You're full of
just
shit.
quoting the internet. And the next thing
Yeah.
was, it is not uncommon to find Robustos of 56 gauge, but you're back before I could
It's
look
like it's like trying to work out a Toro for the non-Cuban market. It's anywhere from 50 to 58, 60. It makes a difference at all. However, this has come alive.
Oh, we didn't do that. We did the first tiny little bit. Now we are legitimately down to 2/3 almost. As in the middle of discussing the hopeless frickin' gunners, all of a sudden this thing just sort of went whoosh, and it really did. It just went from, I'm not seeing anything here, to suddenly all these baking spices, gingerbread, shortbread, toast, just whoosh out of nowhere. Pardon me. And they've largely maintained themselves. It's under medium for me.
Really?
Yep, under medium.
It's just above medium for me.
No, it's definitely
Right.
under medium for me. But yeah, there or thereabouts. It's still obviously young, but
It's
sort of a bit of
quality
raisin.
tobacco.
Yeah.
It's got a lovely balance to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But would you have picked it as Partagas?
No.
No, no, I wouldn't have at all. But that doesn't mean it isn't a good cigar. Perhaps it
Yeah.
means I
Not
need
at
to
all.
smoke more Partagas. Um,
I smoke a lot of Partagas, Ken, and
yeah,
one of my favorite, the top
one of my
Mars.
favourite too. Yeah, absolutely.
But I smoke a lot of Partagas. This has got nothing in terms of DNA Partagas, but it's a very good cigar at the same time.
I'm going to
However,
say something that you're going to hate.
please,
This is almost like what I think they wanted the Monty Opens to be, in a sense. Does that make any sense to you at all?
explain it. Flesh that out. Flesh it out.
It's okay. It's got terrific flavors. It's an easy smoke. I mean, it's a lot of people buy the cigars and they're not expecting to get hit with a Bolivar or Partagas or something or thing of power like they do. And a Monty Open is easy for them to smoke. I think this is easy to smoke, but it's such a better cigar than those Monty Opens were. But
It is, certainly. So
yeah.
just go back to this. I'm almost down to the band. You're just a little bit more. It actually kicks up again. It kicks up again.
Yeah.
So the Monty Open. Let's not
Kick a dead horse.
no, not the bit dead horse. Let's not go over this again. I assume. But the Monte Cristo Open is specifically designed for guys who want an easy smoke on a golf course or on their racetrack who don't smoke a lot of cigars. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
Oh,
Ken,
no.
you had that shame, Havana shame, and I understand that because we grew up in a culture where Havana
Must have
cigars
got a
push the
bad one.
envelope, develop great cigars. Monte Cristo Opens are not great cigars. I'm not saying this is a great cigar either, and it should be. It
Very good one.
should be. It's a very good one. It really needs to be. And I'm looking forward to your next third there because it kicks up again. It kicks up again.
Okay.
You're saying you're
If
medium.
it can do that, I'll be really impressed.
I'm now medium full on this.
No, I'm not. I'm certainly not. But I'm sitting 93, 94 at the moment. 93 probably. But it's
92
also got the legs. I mean, I wouldn't be. Whereas Monty Opens, I'm not sure I'd be putting him away in a humidor for 10 years. This, I suspect, has legs.
I'm gonna criticize this as a pseudo blender, that I am, and Hamlet is.
Hamlet's a
What led
pseudo
me down
blender.
this cigar? I'm a, no, don't, please never repeat that. Never
You've
repeat that.
just
Never repeat that.
recorded.
Steve, cut that out. But I don't want to have an opening which is so-so. And I thought this opening for this cigar was so-so. It was okay. It was good.
Well, that was why I couldn't
But
work
for
out why you were so
fuck's, I mean, so for bugger's sake, just make a statement in your opening. What is this cigar about? And I thought, yes, now I'm getting into some real personality in this cigar.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have minded that
a
little bit earlier. What's your personality for this cigar?
You know, the only problem with if it opens with a big bang and
No,
has
I'll say a big bang. No, whoa. That is just awful.
Well, no,
and that is what a lot of non-Cuban cigar makers, including ourselves, when we have different blends, we make that mistake. You make a big opening, but the opening is wrong. It is about, I use Hamlet's terms.
That pseudo blender.
Yeah. He'll never watch this video. But the opening should be about meeting a girl in the bar when you're 25. And it should be, the opening should be, you got beautiful eyes.
When should 25?
Oh, hear me out. This is Hamlet's statement. You should have you got beautiful eyes.
He's been married 3 times.
Thank you so much. We need to progress this. What are you drinking? Touch of that. There needs to be a conversation in that opening. And there was no conversation this opening.
That's what I said, ambivalent, utterly ambivalent, that first bit. And I thought,
absolutely.
God, you know, if I get to the end of this and I'm still ambivalent, I'm going to cop hell after everything you told me about it. And I was thinking, God, just not. And then suddenly, whoosh, it really, I mean, I can't recall a cigar that's kicked up 3 or 4 gears.
That much. So as we come into this realm here, which is just before the band, this is where Hamlet would say, we've got back to my bedroom. I've met at the bar. We got back to my bedroom. It's getting hot and heavy. And it's really interesting. The whole situation is really interesting. This is where we've gotten right now. And I won't tell you what the next step is in Hamlet's thought process of the cigar.
No, the divorce lawyers will do that.
That's the last bit. It's the last bit. So I'll waylay that to the next section. But yeah, you need to have a section there where the cigar says, "Whoa, I'm super interested. This is we're really getting into the zone, and this is where we're in the zone. We're in the zone of the cigar, and I love that. I love that aspect. I just wish it would have happened a little bit further up the train.
It was a bit over 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/3 of an inch in when it kicked up for me. So I can live with that.
Yeah, but we've got Journey here. We've got Journey.
Oh yeah,
we've got Journey in the cigar, which is such a rarity in the world of cigars. Have Journey in the cigar. We've got Journey. Back to you in the last third. Last third, Kenny.
Has kicked up a bit. A bit of stone fruit and stuff coming in now. So it really has had an amazing journey, and it's probably kicked up to medium for me. It is young, so you are getting a bit of that heat and so forth. But yeah, it's been a very interesting, very worthwhile cigar that I have thoroughly enjoyed. We've still got a bit to go, but
where would you rate it now and 3 years, 5 years forward?
I think 93 now, perhaps, you know, edging towards 94, but that sort of heat is coming in a bit. which is holding it back a tiny bit for me. In 3 to 5 years, I can see it going 95 and maybe even surprising us further than that.
So, and I'll ask you, Curly, for you. I agree with you. I agree with you completely on your ratings. 93 now. But what our members want to know is this. You take a Partagas D4, which you've rated at 91, 92.
Oh, is that all I did? I
Recent
thought I was
tastings.
better than that. Really?
Maybe more.
Mm.
But as a $25 cigar, which is the same as a Padron Maduro or Padron 926, or where how do you have funds? I have funds. Do you invest in a box of this? Only
That would be-
when you have no concern about money, really.
Well, not no.
Because for someone, because mate, I am so laissez-faire. I'm so down to earth in terms of box purchases. I also look at I buy by wholesale, but the wholesale price of this box is still ridiculous. So do I put this box away for 5, 10 years? I don't buy boxes for investment. So I buy boxes of smoke. Or do I buy a box of just D4s that are current in 2024, 2023, if we smoked before, or RAS, etc. That I just don't know where this fits into the Malecon of cigar smokers worldwide.
Well, yeah, it's a hard one. But I mean, if I were you with the access and funds and so forth, I'd be putting a couple of boxes down. I think you won't regret that at all. But I'd probably be much more inclined to go the D4s. I love D4s. Have you ever bought a box of D4s and thought, oh, really, that was a waste?
Rarely. But we've always bought boxes of smoke. You and I, always.
Yep.
We've rarely bought boxes to invest in. Mind you, you've sold on Bond Roberts, and I've sold on Bond Roberts as well.
Yep.
And it's been great. It's great. But we don't actually go out to purchase the box to do that specifically. Ever.
And I'm smoking a lot less than I used to, I think. Well, not a lot less, but a bit less. And so I'm thinking, well, how much do I need? I mean, I bought nudies from you that, New Year's Eve, smoked nudies. I was very happy.
Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely. I love the nudies. I always have. Never had one let me down.
No. So I know you guys are. Sorry, I was going to say, I know you guys are looking at me and saying, do I put my money down in this box? If you have enough coin, that doesn't really matter. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if your coin is counted, no. Go into your regular production cigars. And I don't want to. There's no right or wrong in this.
No, it's up to it's
cigar. Bring a cigar.
Yep. No one's going to buy these.
No. Do you need it? No. You don't need it. If you're a cigar smoker, you don't need it.
Put the price aside. No one's going to say, well, that's a dud cigar. Well, on this evidence, they're going to be happy with the cigar. So then it becomes individual choice on your dosh. Do you allocate that much to?
Can I? So let me flick this. If you tell me to pick a good 2024 box, 2023 box, or Cohiba Robusto, all this, Ken, where would you go? I'm going to give you an offer of this or a Cohiba Robusto, 2023, 2024. You've reviewed them recently. Where would you go?
Robusto, Cohiba Robustos.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So would I. So would I. And I suppose because
Can I
people wasn't
just put
smoking.
a caveat to that? I
Yeah.
do like having the pseudo blender pick my boxes of Cohiba Robustos because he gets it so spot on. Best box of Cohiba Robustos I ever had. The pseudo blender was brilliant.
Yeah, Hamlet's not doing that anymore, so that's fine. But
It's a shame.
I agree with you. I mean, honestly, we've had so many great cigars over the last 3 months, really.
Mm.
Where do you put your coin? I'm not sure I'm putting my coin here.
No, you'd want to have the coin and not look. If you sit down and looking to decide what you should spend your money on, you're probably not looking at these. If you just want good cigars,
in super premium,
Yep.
super premium.
Yeah.
So I'd much, to myself, I'd certainly buy a box of Cuban Robusto above these.
Yep.
And of 23, 24, and save yourself £1,000 or $1,000 US, whatever it's going to be. But I'd certainly save myself the
yeah, absolutely.
excellent cigar. Don't get me wrong, excellent cigar, and yes, it will age well. But at that price premium, no.
I'll be interested to see what those who are buying them, what they think. Presume are the reviews up on the forum?
There's a thread in the forum today. Let us know what you think.
I will.
But excellent cigar. I'm calling it 93.
Yep. 93 with
Well,
a little bit of a bullet.
Yeah, but we've had a lot of 93s in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
So work out what your own tolerance levels are in terms of price. But yeah, interesting. Excellent cigar. 93.
Absolutely.
Till next week. Hasta luego.